you guys hear me without the
Yes.
microphone?
Yeah.
Okay, because I have some notes, so I just want to make sure that I cover everything.
Mhm.
No, it's fine.
Okay, so I'm gonna turn it off.
Speaking from the setting being loud.
I know.
Okay, with regard to the, with the jail, regarding the special populations, there's a focus on reducing recidivism for high-risk individuals. The overall rate of recidivism is 51%. So there's actually been a lot of discussion, and they're looking for ways to reduce it by 10% for this specific population. Regarding, let's see this one. There's a program called Restart that's actually being looked into thoroughly, and there's been some discussion on presenting the program to the Magistrates Association. There was actually a judge from Fishkill that seemed pretty open to the program and wanted to know how he could help. And one of the discussions at the meeting was, let's discuss presenting this particular program to other judges. I hope that it actually goes through. Regarding juvenile justice, there's several agencies meeting with the City of Poughkeepsie schools to work on initiatives to bring community services directly into the schools. And just recently, I want to say last month, in my meeting with the county executive, we actually got a grant from NACO, the National Association of Counties, and we got the Healthy Counties, Healthy Cities grant with an emphasis on studying nutrition to specific populations, low income in inner city schools and seniors, so that's what that ties into. There's also a discussion on linking that program or having like a garden program and having that as a reentry program for the jail, for the specific populations. It's in its very early stages. We just got the grant, and now they have to put the program together. The grant for 2016 is supposed to be between 500,000 and 1 million. Phase 2 will be in the fall of 2018, and we'll have award amounts from 25,000 to 500,000. The grant is not competitive, it's based on performance. With regard to re-entry, there's been some discussion on Hillcrest House. I'm not sure if anyone's familiar. There's been a problem with maintaining sobriety with some of the population there, and there's also discussion on trying to address the issues out of there. We're looking to move the public defender's office. There's been some discussion on space and safety, and we're looking to move the public defender's office into the building where Dunkin' Donuts is, in the intersection of Market and Main. So that probably won't be until next year. It's gonna cost there's an estimate of about $1.5 million, and that includes the purchase of the building and renovations. And half of that money is actually coming from grant money, and the other half is coming out of contingency, out of the general fund. Being that we also have a contract with Ulster County, and we kind of like share services in that way, and the fact that at the state level, the governor's looking to cover public defender expenses, we're more than likely going to be hiring more public defenders, more than what we hired this year, and so there's a need for a larger space, and so that's why we're considering, actually not really being considered, we actually voted on the bill earlier this month, so it's actually going to take place. We're just not sure when. Hope to have it ready to go sometime next year. Over the summertime, my colleague, Legislator Carrie Reeser from the City of Poughkeepsie, traveled with the county executive and other county administrators to Pittsburgh to look at a youth community center. and to see whether they could use it as a model to bring to the city of Poughkeepsie. And once they got a tour of the facilities and they got a presentation of the financial breakdown, it looked like it's too expensive. And that's something that we're not gonna be able to do for the city of Poughkeepsie. And there's supposed to be a follow-up meeting, and unfortunately that meeting hasn't been taking place yet. But my colleague legislator, Carrie Reeser, is pushing for that update and looking to see what we can do regarding that youth center. So as of right now, things are on hold for the time being. But it's still worth noting that they did go and look in Pittsburgh to see if there was something that they could bring to the city of Poughkeepsie. According to legislator research, she felt that it wasn't a good fit and that it didn't serve enough kids. And then the last thing I want to mention is the Human Rights Commission. For those of you that don't know, we finally established a Human Rights Commission in the county. And I'm speaking from someone that actually sat on the commission to bring on the commissioners, to bring on the board, to create the board. I actually sat on the commission. We got over 45 applications from everyone. I started from beginning to end. We made the application broad enough to allow everyone from different walks of life to apply. There was an emphasis on the board being as diverse as possible, and with regard to religion, with regard to race, education, experience, and I was really thankful for that. Then we went through the process of like a point system with those applications, and we interviewed them as well. And then we decided as a commission who we thought would be better suited, fit to be on that board. And even in the decision-making process, we also made sure that we tried to make that board as diverse as possible. We made sure that the board, we have bilingual people, we have people of all different faiths. We actually amended a resolution that was going to make our board from 9 members to 11 members, so that way we can have younger people serve on the board and to ensure that we had Muslim representation on the board. And December is Human Rights Month, and we're looking to, the legislature's actually going to be working on a proclamation in December, and it will serve as the prelude and the mission of the Human Rights Commission. So that's something that we're actually working on. And I want you to be sure that, you know, the process of putting that commission together and the process of putting that board together was actually legitimate, and I thought it was well done.